Run up to Christmas means one thing in our household: who makes the best mince pies? This year I'm living in Sweden. They don't have mince pies. They have a saffron bun instead. Civilised? I'm not so sure. Jury's out on that one. But anyway, so to get my mince pie fix, I thought I would make the ultimate one. I call it the mince pie bun. And for me, it's got everything. Those beautiful tastes of Christmas, a little touch from the exotic Swedes, and those fond childhood memories of a nice bun. Sounds complicated? It's no way near complicated. So easy, I'm going to cook it here in my shed. First thing up, we're scrapping the pastry and making a dough instead. This is dead simple. Flour, a strong flour, butter, sugar. I like a nice dark brown sugar. Eggs. Now these are a lot smaller eggs than normal because they're eggs from my chickens. Thank you very much, little chickens. You do a beautiful job. Here we are, look at them. Lovely little things. So that would be about 1.5 eggs, I reckon. Normal eggs. But these are my special eggs. Right, then yeast into the... Actually, this is a milk and water mix. And we're going to pour this into our mixer. All in there. Now we're going to set it off. It's on a medium speed for about 5 minutes. Our dough's been mixing, and you can see it's gone all licky and sticky and gooey. Normally when you make bread you'd have a panic attack, but this is buns and this is completely different, and it will firm up when you prove it. Scrape the edges of the bowl so all the dough comes together. Pop a cloth on top and leave it somewhere warm next to this warm grill. Will be perfect to prove for about an hour, I suppose, just until it's doubled in size. Our dough's doubled in size. I've knocked it back and put it in the fridge to cool down, to make it that little bit more manageable. You can even leave it in the fridge overnight if you like. In the meantime, I thought I'd show you how to pimp up your mincemeat, and this will take it to a super duper super duper. So, mincemeat here. It can be shop bought or make your own. You know, it's fine, doesn't really matter. Raisins, which I've soaked in rum. You put loads of these in. Put as many raisins in as you like, and some of that juice as well. All that lovely rum, amazing. Pistachios, whack them all in. And what really finishes this off and brings it all together are the ground almonds. That'll take all the ground almonds. Put them all in. And there we are. That's our super uber duper mincemeat taken to another level. Right, we'll put this to one side, and I'll go and check on our dough. I'm ready. Yep, our dough looks ready. Right, so you can see it still looks quite sticky, but to the touch, it's fine. It's not so sticky. We'll take his eyes away. Enough playing there. Delicious. Right, pop our dough out onto a floured table. Roll it into a ball. And cut it into 16, which is 4, then 4 again, I think. Now to fill our pies. Or buns, sorry, buns, aren't they? Dust your hands with flour. Orient your hands like so, till you've got a nice little ball. Push it out with your hands to make a nice disc. That's perfect. Then just go around your edges with your thumbs, squeezing it out a bit further. Just on the edges. You want the edges to be quite thin, and in the centre about 3-4 mil thick. We'll take a spoonful of our super duper mincemeat, pop it in the middle like so. Just a bit of water around the outside, just a touch. Then we take the edges and seal them together. Just stretch the dough over the mincemeat. It's quite a sticky old dough this, so you'll be all right. You'll be amazed how far it can stretch. If your fingers start to stick to the dough, just dip them in the flour a little bit. There we are. The corners are all sealed together now, and you've got this little teat, for want of another word. We'll just cut it off like so, and there we are. We have the beginnings of our mince pie bun. And just repeat it 16 times. Look at these little beauties. Now we're going to let them prove, double in size again, To do this, I'm simply going to pop a deeper tray on top and leave it above the grill to double in size. Now let's take a look at our buns. Oh, I can smell them already. They smell like they're ready. And let's take a look at these beauties. Oh yes, they've doubled in size. They look fantastic. Even smell like Christmas. To give our buns a sticky Christmassy edge, I've made this beautiful syrup using brown sugar, some spices, star anise, cloves, allspice berries and cinnamon. Covered it with a bit of water, brought it to the boil, let it simmer out to infuse, and we're going to take this beautiful Christmassy syrup and just brush all our lovely buns with them. And as they bake, they'll get beautifully sticky. Put loads of syrup on the buns, don't be afraid of it. And now they're ready to be baked. How about these beauties? They smell fantastic. There's something about baking your own buns which is just so magical. While our buns are still hot, I'm going to brush them with this fantastic Christmas syrup again. And that's going to give them a beautiful sticky finish. Put loads on, don't be shy with the syrup. The more syrup the better, the stickier the better. While the Christmas syrup is going into those buns, I'm going to make the icing topping. Now this is really easily done. Just some icing sugar. I'm using natural golden icing sugar, but you can use any icing sugar you want. I've crushed some spices here, some cinnamon and cloves. That's going to be a nice Christmassy flavour. A little touch of vanilla. And to the icing sugar we add a little drop of water. Just a smidgen. Give that a jolly good old mix now. The trick with icing is only add a little bit of water. You can always add a little bit more, but you can't take it away. So just bit by bit. There you are, and this is a fantastic consistency there. We'll take a little dollop and put it on the top of each mince pie. And just to finish it off, I've got some clementines here. And I'll put some clementine zest over the top of each one. You can't get much more Christmassy than that. Ta-da! The mince pie bun. For me, the ultimate mince pie. And this calls for a glass of someone else's sherry. Cheers. And some me time. Oh yeah. Supposed to be. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Is it going to happen tonight, Lukey? Oh, my ears. Oh, it makes my back of my legs tingle. Are you going to be like semi-naked?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Always tastes better when it's someone else's. Too much. It's so good. Enough.